for reminding me. So, although this part will be very easy, so ऐसा तो ज़रूरत नहीं थी, but still. So, if this is a current carrying wire, and if someone tells me to draw the magnetic field around it, so will I draw the magnetic field like this in concentric circles around it? Can you see all the circles will lie in this plane? Yes or no, guys?
Yeah.
All the circles will lie in this plane. Why? Because the current was coming out of the plane or going into the plane. So current was perpendicular to the plane, whereas the magnetic field line was in the plane. Is this clear, guys? Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this, guys? What will be the direction of these magnetic field lines? Yes, can anyone tell me, will it be clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Anti-clockwise.
So the current is coming out of the plane. So magnetic field will be, can you see? Can you see me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So basically current is coming out of the plane. So can you see my thumb is coming out of the plane? It is perpendicular to the screen, perpendicular to the screen. Yes? So can you see
Yes,
my
sir.
fingers rotating
Yes,
like
sir.
this? Do this because there will be a lateral flip in what you receive and what I, do it over here. So basically if I raise my right hand, you will be seeing my left hand, risen in the image, right?
Yes, sir.
So there will be a lateral inversion. So इसलिए confusion start होता है. So try to do this on your own. Take the thumb perpendicular to the plane and it is coming out. So can you see? From the screen it is coming out. So can you see when you rotate it? When you rotate it, it goes like this. Can you see this thing, guys? Any doubt? So is this clear? So
Yes,
it was
sir.
the lines were
Yes,
going. My fingers were curling anti-clockwise. So I'll draw these lines as anti-clockwise. So please remember, the sense of the magnetic field will be anti-clockwise in this case. And what will be the direction in this case? Can you see now? Thumb is pointing into.
Why?
So yeah,
clockwise.
so clockwise. Is this clear? Any doubt in this, guys?
No, sir. So you're saying at a certain point, the force due to magnetic field will be tangential to the magnetic field lines. So the force due to the magnetic field will be tangential to the
No,
magnetic field
not
line.
the force. The magnetic field will be tangential.
Okay, field itself, fine.
ऐसा it's not similar to electricity case. Like the direction of the electric field and direction of force is same. No, यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं होता. Here that force is always perpendicular to that magnetic field. Okay. So we'll see exactly. चलो एक question. Suppose there is a current carrying wire in which current is, can you see this wire is in the plane? Can you see the wire is in the plane of the paper? And the current is going vertically up. I want you to find out what is the direction of magnetic field at point A and at point, in spite of naming it A and B, let's name it as P and. So yes, can you please tell me the direction of magnetic field line?
At P outwards and at Q it's going inwards.
At P it will be, can you see the current wire? I am holding my finger, thumb upwards. Can you see the current was going up? So can you see if I do it like this and look it from the top? Yeah, sir. Okay. So if I look it from the top, I'll observe that this thing is going clockwise like this. Oh, sorry, anti-clockwise like this. Yes.
Yeah.
So if it is lying anti-clockwise like this, so at point P it is coming out. At point P it is coming towards me, and at point Q it is going into the plane. Try to do this on your own. Try to do it now. Can you see? Can you feel the magnetic field at point P is coming out of the plane and point Q it is going into the plane?
Yes, sir.
So the magnetic field at point P is coming out of the plane, and the magnetic field at point Q will be going into the plane? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So these are the direction
Yes,
of BQ and BP. BP is coming outwards and magnetic field. Okay.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. अच्छा. Now, to do this thing directly, it's not necessary always I need this particular thing. No? So basically, we derived a certain rule, which is called as okay. To do this thing directly, we determine something called as SSS rule. What is SSS rule? See over here. It's not necessary that this will be only applied to this wire. It can be applied to many different places. So please remember the gist. Hai na? In every time, the things will change, but still, what are you measuring with the help of the fingers and all? That will change, but the rule will remain the same. Okay. First rule. What is the how do you apply SSS rule? See, first step. Point your thumb in the direction. Just for example, if I want to find out what is the direction of magnetic field at a given point, so I'll write it over here to used to find the magnetic field direction at any given point near the wire. So for this thing we use SSS rule as well. Enough. So what is SSS rule? I'll write down the steps for you. Step 1. First thing, point your thumb in the direction of current. Here I'm telling you how to apply SSS rule to finding out the magnetic field direction at any given point near the wire. So thumb should be in the direction of the current. Step 2, extend your fingers towards that point. Such that your fingertips point towards that point. For example के रूप में, suppose if the same question, this is point P and this is point Q. Q will draw later on. Okay. So guys, can you see first step, thumb in the direction of current? Guys, can you please look at my image where am I explaining things? Can you see me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Can you see
Yes.
me? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So first you extend the thumb in the direction of the current, and then what do you do? Point P was towards the left. Try to do it with your own hand only. Right hand, raise your right hand. Thumb in the direction of current, and can you see the point P is towards the left of this wire? This wire ke left mein. Yes or no? Yes or
Yes,
no,
sir.
guys? What to do now? Step 2 is to extend your fingers like this. Can you see towards this point I'm extending my fingers so that the fingertips are pointing towards this point? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Step 3, make a snake like form from your hand. मतलब क्या? Sir, when the fingertips were like this, you make the snake like this. Can you see this thing? Guys, can you see this snake? Make a snake-like structure. Can you see the snake-like structure? I curled my fingers a little bit. So can you see the
Yes,
snake?
sir.
Yeah. And now basically step 4 is to bite on that point. Step 4 is to bite, not with you. Let the snake bite at that point. The direction in which it hits the point is the direction of magnetic field. Sounds silly, yes? But it is very effective. You won't require right hand thumb rule, you won't require anything. So can you see first step, second step, third step? Can you see this snake is biting towards me? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
So can you see when the snake is biting towards me, that implies it is coming out of the plane. And was the magnetic field at point P coming out of the plane? Yes or no, guys? Yes or no? Similarly, can you apply for point Q? Now, see. Can you see my hand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can you see Q is pointing towards inside?
Yes, sir.
So always remember, whenever you have a straight current carrying wire, you need to use SSS rule. It is quicker as compared to right hand thumb rule. Okay? Is this clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Please
Yeah,
write
yes,
the
sir.
steps very carefully. And don't worry, you'll get used to this SSS snake rule. I know. थोड़ा सा silly है, but very effective. Hello. Done?
Yes,
Hello,
sir.
hello. So we'll use this very frequently, so you'll get the hang of it exactly. Acha. Try to do this as well. Suppose there is a wire in which the current is going into the plane. Can anyone tell me what is the direction of magnetic field at this point, and this point? Using Shiv's snake rule. A, B, C. So options are,
So all the 3 points are in the same plane.
yes, all 3 points are in the plane of the paper. So basically this is the direction of, these are your 4 options. Find out what is the direction of magnetic field at point A and B. Can you see current should be going in? So at point A, if you try to do the snake thingy, this thing will point upwards. I'll turn on the video again. Guys, can you see me now again?
Yes, sir.
Can you see this A is pointing towards, this thumb is pointing towards the current which is pointing inside. At point A, if I make the snake, so can you see?
Yes, sir. It's
Upwards,
going
right?
upwards.
So
Yes, sir.
this is the direction of magnetic field at point A. Can anyone do the same thing for point B? Yes or no? It is silly, but please remember, until then, after some time you will just have a current carrying wire, you cut अंदर की तरफ, बाहर की तरफ. You'll try to do like this. It's very quicker.
So, sir, in B, where will it go? Okay.
At point C, it will be going. Please remember, always. Can you see the line joining this thing? Perpendicular. Can you see the line joining that point on the wire? So always remember, this should be perpendicular. Always. Is this clear? Is this clear, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, anyways, I think this is pretty much clear to you. Now let's discuss the third rule. Which is basically the converse of right hand thumb rule. And now what was the right hand thumb rule? It was used to give the direction of a magnetic field around the current. The converse will do what? Used to give the direction of magnetic field around a circular wire. How it is used is the converse of what we are, what we have studied. Around the circular wire or a coil. Okay, so used to give the direction of magnetic field around me, at a point inside the I'll write it again. At a point inside a current carrying circular wire, not necessary circular wire, loop. So you can write this final, no changes now. So used to give the direction of magnetic field at a point inside a current carrying loop or a current carrying coil. Okay, what is the difference between loop and a coil? Yes, guys, what is the difference between loop and a coil?
Coil is a loop with many turns.
Exactly. Loop has single turn, coil has many turns. Suppose, guys, if you have a current carrying circular wire, or not necessary circular wire, or current carrying loop, suppose this is a circular wire I have drawn for reference only. So can you see over here, if I have a current carrying circular wire or current carrying loop, any loop, I'll give you second example like this. This thing is in the plane of paper, okay? So this is the direction of current, and due to some reason, current is going like this. So how will you draw the direction of magnetic field? See, if someone tells you to draw the direction of magnetic field at a point inside, so can you see? If I consider only this small element, can you see the current is changing its direction rapidly in this whole loop, right?
Yeah.
So basically, every small element on this wire, will it be having a magnetic field of its own? Yes or no? So
Yeah.
if I say, what is the magnetic field, the current will be coming out at this point. Yes. Will the current be coming out at this point? Current will be coming out at this point, and at this point current will be going inwards, right? Yes or no,
At that
guys?
point, right?
Yes, current is going inwards at this point and current is coming outwards at this point. Can you see the current is going anti-clockwise when you look from above? Okay, so basically, in spite of doing that, I'll try to explain you the help of the same example. Okay. This is, let's say, this is your front view, and if you want try to look at from the top view will look like this. This is a circular coil. Okay, so can you see, guys, this loop will look like a circular coil. Can you see this was a circular loop in which the current was like this? So here the current will be anti-clockwise when you look from the top. Yes or no, guys? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
So basically this is your current. How will you draw the magnetic field lines? See, magnetic field lines can be drawn very easily. If I talk about any particular point on the wire, let's say if I talk about this small element and this small element. So can you see on here, or at this particular small element, the current will be coming out, and at this particular point the current will be going in, right? Yes or no? Which points am I talking about? This point and this point. So can you see at this particular point the current is like this, tangential. Can you see the direction of current at this point? I'm drawing with green and the same color so that you can take a reference on this to this, right? Is this clear, guys? If I try to draw the magnetic field lines, will it look like, suppose that if something current is coming towards you, then the lines will be looking anti-clockwise, right? Current coming out of the plane, then the line go anti-clockwise like this. So this small element will have lines like this. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
similarly, what will be the lines around this element? Can you see it will be clockwise? Yes or no, guys? Will it be clockwise?
Yes, sir.
So clockwise is like this. Similarly, if I talk about one more element over here, let's say I talk about this element. Okay, here. So what will be the direction of current over here? Right? So the current is towards right. So when I hold my thumb towards right and then curl my fingers according to right hand thumb rules, will I get magnetic field looking like this? Will I get magnetic field like this, guys?
Yes, sir.
Why have I drawn this flattened shapes? It's because the current is coming like this. It's rotating like this. Are you getting my point, guys? Can you
Yeah.
feel the diagram?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So basically, can you see at any point which is there inside the loop, the current due to every element on this loop, whether it's this element, this element, this element, can you see due to this element at a point inside, it is coming out of the loop in the plane of paper, right? If I talk about this plane in which the plane of the loop, then can you see over here the current is coming out of the loop at every point. This element also inside points they were coming out, right? So at every point inside, the magnetic field was basically coming out at any point, whether it is center, whether it is away from center or anything like that. So at every point inside the loop, it was coming upwards, Now coming out of the plate, and at every point outside the loop, it is going into the plane. Can you see? Try to imagine this, please. So I generalize the whole thing like this. Guys, did you understand this much? Abhi, I have not told you the rule. The converse of right hand thumb rule will come later. First to understand ke why, है ना? And then we'll now make the rule.
Got it, sir.
Everyone done?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So now what does the rule say? If a current carrying coil, or if we curl or wrap our fingers of the right hand in such a way that they represent the sense of current in the loop, then the thumb will give the direction of magnetic field at a point inside the loop. Okay, so can you see, guys, it's just opposite of what initially the thumb was pointing in the direction of current, right? Here the thumb is pointing in the direction of magnetic field inside the loop, and the fingers were curled around in the sense of, so that is why I named it as converse of right hand thumb rule. Is this clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Please write it fast. Acha, guys, give me 2 minutes. I'll just Hello. Guys, done writing?
Sir, I
Yes,
have
sir.
a doubt.
हाँ बोलो. Yes, tell me. Hello.
So how did we find that outside it's into the plane?
क्योंकि it's in the form of circular loops, right? तो कभी अंदर की तरफ it is coming out, then बाहर की तरफ it is going inside. It's in circular loops, no?
Okay.
So that's why. That's the opposite.
Oh, okay, sir.
Array, see, suppose this is the magnetic field line. It is coming from here and going. It's coming out of the plane and then going into the plane from here. Are you getting the point?
Yes, sir.
That is
Yes,
how it
sir.
will form a circle, no?
Yes, sir.
So is this clear? These three laws are the basic laws. There is one more law which is called as the right hand palm rule, which we'll use later on. Is this clear? Is this clear,
Yes,
guys?
Yes, sir.
Chal.
Yes.
Let's first discuss about something. Heading down. Magnetic force, or not magnetic force, magnetic field. Magnetic field produced by a moving charge. Do you remember, guys? When I was in electrostatics, I told you about this particular thing. When the charge will be at rest, when the charge will be at rest, then it will be what? It will be producing only electric field. When the charge will move, it will produce magnetic field as well as electric field. And if it will move in a wire, then it will produce only magnetic field. Yes or no? And when it will accelerate, it will produce electric field plus magnetic field plus electromagnetic waves. I told you about these points earlier, right? If
Yes, sir.
not, कभी बता दिए तो फिर I will not write it again, वरना otherwise I'll write it again. Okay. So suppose, guys, there was a charge which was moving in a straight line. Let's say the charge is Q. It can be positive or negative depending upon the sign. So let's, for this purposes, let's assume this is positive for study purposes. And let's say this charge is moving along this line with a velocity vector v. And due to this charge, I want to find out what is the magnetic field at this point P, which is at a distance r from the wire at an angle theta. So can you understand the whole condition?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Shall I write the derivation? Although it's not a derivation, it's just conditions. So iska derivation we don't have. This is the prerequisite which will be needed to derive every other formula. Even Biot-Savart's law will derive from this. But let us consider charge Q moving with a velocity v vector along. Shall I give the name for this line as well? Ki whatever. We need to find the magnetic field. The magnetic field due to this charge, due to this moving charge at a point P, which is at a distance r at an angle theta with the velocity vector. At an angle theta with the velocity vector. So can you see, guys? If I say ki from here to here, this will be the position vector from here to here. Can I write the position vector over here? Delete. So will this be your position vector? Can you see from here till there? This will be the position vector. Yes or no, guys? So can you see the angle between the position vector and the velocity vector is theta? So you can say theta is basically the angle between position vector and the velocity vector. Is this clear? Then can you see over here, guys, when this charge will move in along this particular line, will r change and will theta also change? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So r and theta both are variables over here. Charge cannot change. If I say it's moving with constant velocity, also please remember to produce, constant velocity. Suppose not necessary, it can produce a variable magnetic. So let's say velocity v. So the magnetic field over here will be dB vector, or it's not necessary d vector. Let's just calculate the magnitude first. The magnitude of magnetic field at this instant will be so the magnitude of magnetic field at this instant will be dB, directly proportional to the magnitude of charge directly proportional to the speed. Magnitude only, so that's the velocity became speed. Third, inversely proportional to r square, inversely proportional to distance square, and it is directly proportional to sine theta. Okay, so from here if you combine all of them, will it be like dB is directly proportional to q into v into sine theta divided by r square? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this dB will be equals to k times of qv sine theta by r square. Okay, so dB is basically equals to k times of qv sine theta by r square. Is this clear? Here this k is a constant of the medium. Please remember, k is basically a constant of the medium, and the value of k is equals to 10 to the power minus 7 for the time being units. Guys, for the time being units, you'll derive the unit for this k later on, and this k can also be written as k is equals to mu naught upon 4 pi. This constant k is equals to mu naught upon 4 pi, and okay, is this clear, guys? Or in spite of writing the units, you find it out. Can you see from here? dB into r square upon q into v into sine theta. Will this be your k? Yes or no? That implies
Yes,
k
sir.
will be equals to, can you see dB? dB is magnetic field, so Tesla meter square, Tesla meter square, Coulomb meter per second. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? So can you see 1 meter will get cancelled, and what is Coulomb per second? What is Coulomb per second?
Ampere.
Ampere. So can you see Tesla meter per ampere? Okay, is this clear, guys?
Yes,
So
sir.
please remember, whenever you write the units, it is basically Tesla meter. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the mu naught thingy? Mu naught is called as the absolute permeability of free space. Does it remind you of some other constant?
Epsilon.
Guys, does this absolute permeability
Yeah.
remind you of some other constant which had the same name? Well, not the same name, but
Epsilon.
almost the same name. Do you remember epsilon naught? Absolute permittivity of a free space. Yes or no? So here when we talk about in magnetism, you don't relate it with epsilon naught anymore. You use a new constant which is mu naught by 4 pi. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? Please remember, this is called as permeability of free space. That was permittivity. This is permeability. There is a difference between permittivity and permeability. ऐसे तो ज़्यादा difference नहीं है, but assume it to be similar to epsilon naught. Its physical significance we'll see later on after the chapter magnetism and matter. Okay. मैं बता देता हूँ. It is the resistance offered by the medium while resistance offered by the medium to the charge or to the magnetic field set created by the charge. So basically this charge will try to induce a magnetic field into space, right? Yes or no, guys? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Will the charge try to create a magnetic field into space? So does the medium wants the magnetic field in it? Nobody, everything is at its own, what do we say, own stability form, right? So no one wants a change. So whenever there is something which is trying to change it, then there will be always a resistance offered. When the current was flowing upward, we got electrical resistance. When a charge is setting up the electric field in the medium, then you got that epsilon naught thingy. It also has a similar kind of physics significance also. Here. Can you see here? This is basically what the resistance offered by the medium. When the charge was creating, this magnetic field, so the medium was trying to oppose it. More the medium opposite it, more will be the value of mu naught. Mu, but basically there will be a relative permittivity as well. permeability as well. So anyways, is this clear, guys? Okay, we just write the definition, no problem. So from here, the magnetic field around that point, due to that point, so always remember, note, whenever you have a charge which is moving in that line, angle theta, then the magnitude is given by mu naught by 4 pi. Always write this as together because the value of this is simple, 10 to the power minus 7, right? So mu naught by 4 pi into qv sine theta divided by r square. This is how you calculate the magnitude. Any doubt? This is the formula, guys. Please remember this. In vector form, this formula becomes something like this. dp vector is equals to mu naught by 4 pi is a constant. Let it be constant. Q is charge, and this will be V cross R divided by R. Okay, so this is basically the vector form, but we'll never use it. We'll never use this form because what is our habit? We guess the direction and draw the write the magnitude, right?
Yes, sir.
So how do you give the direction? Direction of magnetic field. Note ka first point is clear. Second point, direction of magnetic field is given by the cross product of our V vector and R vector. If charge is positive, that implies B magnetic field vector in same direction as V cross R, and if charge is negative, that implies magnetic field vector is in opposite direction as V cross R. Yes, who remembers how to give the direction of cross product of any two vectors? How do you give the cross product?
Right hand thumb rule.
Yes, right hand thumb rule only. If suppose there is a vector A and a vector B, let's say the angle between them is theta, so we know the magnitude of A cross B is equals to what? AB sine theta. Yes or no? The magnitude we know. Direction is given by right hand thumb rule. How do you give the right hand thumb rule direction? Extend your fingers to find is A cross B. ये पुराना रिवीजन हो रहा है वापस से, old revision thing. To find A cross B, so extend your fingers along A, then curl them towards B, thumb will give you the direction of A cross B. So is it clear, guys, how to find out the direction of V cross R? It's using the cross product. Okay. So can you see in this particular direction, the velocity vector is in this direction and the R vector is in this direction? Yes or no? So you will move your fingers. I'll on the camera again. Can you see your fingers have been stretched in the direction of V? Yes or no? Can you see your fingers stretched in the direction of V? And then now move them towards R. Can you see R was lying towards right, so I curled my fingers clockwise. Yes or no? So can you see my thumb pointing into the plane?
Yes.
Yes. So basically into the plane. So dB at this point will be into the plane. Is this clear? Is this clear?
Basically,
Or
from B to R.
huh?
We move our hands from B to R. Basically.
हाँ V to R. Okay. Either you can do this or the second approach. If it's a positive charge, then the direction in which the charge is moving, will it be the direction of current? Yes or no?
Mm.
So current upwards, and can you see?
Yeah.
So inside into the plane. Any doubt?
So could you explain it once again?
Sure. The second approach is if the charge is positive, then the direction in which the positive charge moves is the direction of current, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes,
hold
sir.
SSS. Use SSS. If the charge is negative, then in the opposite direction the current is there. Again use SSS. Are you getting
So could
the
you
point?
explain the approach?
The first approach. First approach is using vectors. You point your fingers in the direction of V and then move them, curl them towards R. Wherever the thumb points, that is the direction of magnetic field at that point, at this point P. Okay. This was the first approach. The second approach is by using the direction of current. If the charge is moving in that direction, if it's a positive charge, then the direction of that charge will be the direction of current. And you can use then SSS rule, right?
Okay, sir.
And similarly, if the charge is negative, then the opposite is the direction of current. I told you, no, positive charge always flows in the conventional direction of current is in the direction of flow of positive charge. Yes?
So can you explain the first approach again? Like I don't understand.
Sure. Yeah, move your fingers in the direction of V. Can you see I have extended my right hand? This is my right hand. And I have
Yes, sir.
extended the fingers in the direction of V. V was pointing upwards, so hence V upwards. And then R was going like this. Yes or no? So
Yes,
from
sir.
V towards R, from V towards R, from V towards R. When I do that, my thumb points towards the screen. That implies into the plane.
Okay. Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay? So that was the first step.
Can you explain
Okay.
the second approach?
Second approach again. So second approach is basically like if a charge is positive. So always tell me कि whenever charge was positive, the current was always flowing. The conventional direction of current was taken in the direction of flow of positive charges, right?
Yes,
Wherever
sir.
positive charges will flow, the direction of current was taken as same. Whereas for negative charges, it was taken as opposite direction, right?
Yes, sir.
Enough. So if the charge is positive, then the direction of current is same as the flow of charge. So the charge here Q is flowing from upwards, right? The current
Yes,
is also
sir.
upwards. So current is also upwards. Now you can use SSS like that.
Okay.
Okay, if the charge would have been negative, then what would have you done? The current in the opposite direction like this, and then the point over there coming out. So then it would have come out of the plane.
So if
Okay.
if the direction of electrons का flow is given, we have to take it in the opposite direction.
Exactly. So इसीलिए अपन ने वहाँ पे भी wrote a note. It is in the
Hmm.
opposite direction of V cross R. है ना?
Okay, fine,
So
fine.
please remember this direction. We wrote it over here. No, where is it? This is according to first approach. I'll write it with some other color. First approach to find out the direction of magnetic field. So it's given by V cross R, and then you can use this. Okay. But second case, if second approach is if Q is positive, that implies direction of V vector and current vector. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Current vector. Can you see my blunder? Direction of velocity vector. Current in the wire is same. Once you know the direction of current, use SSS. We already discussed what is SSS, right? And similarly, if Q is negative, then direction of V vector and direction of current is opposite. So always remember, once you found out the direction of current, after finding the direction of current, use right hand thumb rule or SSS. Up to you. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Chaliye. So that's it for today. In the next class, we'll see some questions and we'll see, what is this force and all. Okay. This force, by the way, is called as Lorentz force. Lorentz magnetic force on a charge. Okay. Chal. We'll see you again in the next class, guys. Thank you very much for today.
Thank you, sir.